and it says the mic is muted.
Ducky fixed it.
Hi, Rachel.
Hey.
Hi, guys. How are you?
How are you?
I'm good.
Can't see me now.
I did like a live. I was like, and then you guys came right off my head. Hold on. Oh, this is fun. Hold on.
Hold up.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So look okay.
Her,
I have a big screen.
Bessler, her voice ain't matching up to her picture.
Check. 1, 2.
Close enough.
Close enough.
Look how beautiful you look today.
You look nice.
Yeah, I actually pulled my hair and went crazy for you.
You did good.
Thank you.
Don't you normally have a bunch of colors in it?
I know. Yeah, look. So that's remember all my blue? That's what happens when you put blue in it.
Mm.
So how's the COVID thing affecting you? Well, first of all, let's introduce Rachel Stacy.
Oh wait, are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, that's funny.
And so what genre of music do you have claim to?
Okay, so even though I'm on country music, I've been Southern rock, Americana. I call it roots, even though I'm on country. Like you can pull up iHeart Radio will have me paired with like every Southern rock chick you've ever imagined and country. Pandora will be only country, and then of course I'm on radio stations all over the nation that are country and rock.
Right. So what's one of the unique things about Rachel is she plays a fiddle.
Out here.
Hey, do you want to switch me chairs so I can read the comments?
I'm gonna switch chairs.
Lena and I usually have the same hair. Lena, I'm about to put my hair up.
Well, I have had my hair done since before COVID, and I'm going to see how long I can go before I do it.
I get it. I totally get it.
So, I asked you if you had learned to play a song, so I'm gonna go right into it.
Oh my God! Hold on. So I pulled it up because I always did crazy, so I pulled it up just for you.
Okay.
We're going to go right into it. Okay.
Right into it.
All right. Well, if I stink at it, it's just because I just added it to my list for you. So it's crazy because you guys know I play Sturges, so bike rallies are kind of my thing, which is the crazy part is they really love country, but you've got to throw in your Southern rock and your Patsy Cline.
Right. Yeah. Are you going to be in Sturges this year?
The Knuckle and I are talking. That's where I play. The Knuckle and the Full Throttle are usually my two places that I've played for years. And I don't know yet. I know that they confirmed the 15th. I talked to the head of the rally before, and he's like, the 15th is the fate of Sturges, and then we'll go from there. But then it's like, I don't know. We're in negotiations, but I don't know if I can, because you got to think about where we're staying and all that stuff. We usually have all that worked out, and it's different this year. So
Right.
I mean, I have a feeling the campgrounds even legally are going to be like,
right. Yeah.
masks everywhere. I don't know. Yeah, I'm supposed to play the Knuckle, but so cross fingers, we'll be there. If not, we'll be back next year, hopefully.
Good.
I want to thank Brian and Kenny if they're watching from the Knuckle out there. So we're talking right now. Okay. So you asked me to learn this song for you, right?
You did it in 2 days, boys.
Boy, I'm gonna make this up. I hope I do it good. If I stop, hold on.
The song I asked Rachel to learn was "She's Got You" by Patsy Cline.
All right. I can't believe we're live and I'm just pulling this up. Okay, you guys. Good thing you guys love me and I love you. Okay, so here we go. I've got your picture that you gave to me, and it's unreal love, just like it used to be. The only thing different, the only thing new. I've got your picture. She's got. I've got the records that we used to share, and they still sound the same when you were here. The only thing different, the only thing new, I've got the records. She's got you. I've got your memory, or has it got me? I really don't know, but I know it won't let me be. I've got your glass ring that proved you care, and it's still the same as when you gave it, dear. The only thing different, the only thing new, I've got the little things, she's got you.
That was wonderful. That was wonderful.
I'm so glad I pulled that up this morning. I was like, I better really learn this. He's probably going to put me on the spot. And you're sure it's crap did. I was like,
You knew I was going to.
I know. Well, I, you know, like when you're a girl singer, especially when you're first starting, everyone's like, well, you do crazy.
Right, yeah.
Bobby McGee. Well, and you know Bobby McGee's my thing. So it's kind of, when I first started music, you guys, you love this, because I was bike rally, Southern rock, Americana. That's what they would have called me. I got my first record deal, and because I'm a fiddle player, I'm country.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, and then, so really what I love about, it's an honor. Country's really not what country is. So I love putting in my shows, like I'll put really old Gary Stewart, and then, you know, I've got Zeppelin. And then, of course, I've got my stuff. So it's like, I really like when people ask what kind of music you are, I just say music, because I don't, you know what I mean? I'm just music. I just, you know, you've seen me. I do Lena's seen me do the hardcore country with the country bands, meaning at Cowboys, like the poppy country. Oh, sorry.
I've never been to that place in my life.
Never, ever have been there. Ever. This is three kids. She's 11.
Yeah, three kids. So but throw out the COVID stuff. How often do you travel, you know, before the world lockdown?
A lot. So I'm usually gone stints, right? So it used to be, especially my first of my career, we were gone like 6 months at a time. And, you know, oh yeah, I was like, or we'd come back for like 2 days out in Los Angeles, and then we come back. And then when I moved centrally to Texas, we just, because we're so central, we go out for 4 weeks here, 3 weeks here. And then we're central enough, we can go out for a couple of days. So it's really just depends on where I'm at. Like next weekend, I'm in Ranger, Texas, but it's a private show. I was supposed to be, of course, Sturgis would have led me. I would have gone several shows up to Sturgis through the mountains and stuff like that.
Right.
You can't. So you can, I guess, if people are still hiring. But I lost a lot of my contracts overnight.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. So it was, but I mean, you got to think about what Keith Urban did too. So it's not, here's the thing too. It's like, it's funny when you lose contracts, you're like, oh, fine. Meaning our mentality is like, oh, you can either sue them and never work again, or I've never had this problem, you know, and then the contracts, this is just a worldwide thing. You can't be upset about it. You just got to go with it. And I saw musicians kind of bashing venues for getting rid of the music. I'm like, they have to. Think of the owner. The poor owner doesn't have people coming in.
Exactly.
You guys don't have anybody coming in, so why are you mad at the owners? They were just bashing. And I just stayed back and I was like, I'm gonna support my bartenders and my venues, like you guys, you know, not even venue, you guys are a store. Order from them, go look at them, order bike stuff, do your stuff. And that way I still do it behind my lives. I still try to support like I would in my live concerts.
Right.
And hopefully the contracts will kick back in next year. We'll see.
Well, you know they will, and that's what, you know, because we do bands up here a lot too, and that's the thing is when something is canceled, especially during this COVID thing, it's canceled because there's nobody here. You know, obviously, if you had people here, you want the music, but if there's, you know, if the governor says nobody can come in or out, well, you've got no choice.
Well, and I think it's rough. What people don't understand is on your side. You know, like you just said, you're like, if you don't have people in there, then you can't really pay the musicians. Wow. And I guess for me, I think you guys know, I just went live my first 3 weeks in COVID, I was live every day. And then that was for my own sanity. And then I was going crazy, like vocally, and I was getting up like a 9 o'clock job. Like, I gotta go do a live, you know, and it was getting a little too much, you know? Mm-hmm. And then everybody saturated the internet with live shows. And I was like, okay, I'm going to back off and strategize this a little bit, you know, like do some shows. And then what we did is people kind of started just paying for sponsorship spots. And it's not a lot of money, but every little bit helped. And then I encouraged them to go to other artists' sites and tip them through Venmo and PayPal. Here's a funny thing. People are afraid to tip $1 on Venmo because their name's with it. Think about it. When you're in a bar, you can put $1 in and have $100. Like people, because they don't want their name attached to it because they feel weird if they don't put $5 or $10. So I would encourage people. No. You guys, 50 cents helps. I don't care. Every artist or you guys too, included, every little bit counts. The 23,000 that are on my page, if you all gave $1, you know, so I would try to teach new ways of like tipping and stuff. Like, I don't know everything, but you guys get it. I was just trying to help us all out, because if I push for other artists to get paid, then we just kind of supported each other. And then I started doing a songwriter challenge, like, Lena, hey, learn my song and I'll learn your song. And then I'd highlight it. And so trying to support each other just the best we could. It's been really tough, but I tried to make the best of it.
So, but you got shows starting one in Ranger?
Yeah, one in Ranger. I've had a few acoustic shows this last few weeks, and it's been really it's weird. It's like society doesn't know how to act right now because they're like, people. So they're like weird. It's just a weird vibe, and it's kind of cool, but we're kind of having to like learn how to relive in society. And yeah, I'm with we're doing a private party in Ranger with Artemis.
Okay, Artemis Pyle.
So that we're doing that out there, and again, Sturgis was my next long haul, but I don't know what's going to happen yet.
What's the venue in Ranger?
It's private.
It's private.
Oh, so it's at somebody's house?
It's a property. Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been to Ranger, Texas? There's nothing. Yeah, there's a big hill called Ranger Hill, and that's it.
That's it.
Oh, that's perfect. That's like when I first got to Texas, I went on a radio tour, and I was like, you'd show up to a town with a hill, and the radio station would be like this room with a tower. Hey, music still gets to them too.
So was the fiddle? What made you want to play the fiddle?
Okay. The story about that is my mother was an upright bass player and guitar player, and I saw this baby in a. Hold on a second. I'm gonna put this. I saw this. I put this right here. I saw this. Okay, so 3rd grade they had Meet the Orchestra Day, and they had classes, right? So we go in, and I remember, look how little this is, and Mom has a huge.
Yeah.
So I walk in, and all these, I'm just showing you how lazy I am. I'm like, oh, big violin, mid violin, cello. And then, ooh, viola, that's a little big. I'm still little. Remember, and I'm like, ooh, little instrument. And it was this one. And I didn't want to do any blow instruments because I was not interested in the flute or anything like that. And I went over to this, and I was like, I'm going to play that. I don't know why. I don't know why I picked it up. I just know that you were allowed to bring it home for the day. And that's back when you could be trusted, I guess. So you took the instrument home for the day and asked your parents if you could play it, and they confirmed that you wanted it. And of course, I recognized later in my life that I picked it up because I don't want to carry anything big.
Right.
So there you go.
But you had to have created a bond in there somewhere.
I did. About probably the second year I played it, it was you couldn't get me out of practicing. Like my mom would be like, sports even. Like I played sports and did all that stuff too, but my mom's like, go practice. And I'd be like, ugh. I'd stomp to my room and I'd have to sign a little sheet. And it was like 2 years later, you couldn't get me to quit playing it. And I was in the junior symphony. I go balls to the wall with anything I do. So I was like in the junior symphony, and then I was in the symphony when I got older, so it was just, I think it's just, let me give you the reality. When I came from, this is part of my story. So I came from a pretty tumultuous family life, with a pretty volatile stepdad, just temper. So you're always walking on eggshells, and it was very uncomfortable. And I honestly think that this and singing became kind of my escape. You know what I mean? Like, thank God my mother still gave me the instruments, because I could lock myself away in the room. I could get some praise. I don't know, as a kid, you know what I mean? And I could do something right in my world, because that's what they don't play. And it was like, and then that's the rebel thing too. My mom's a piano player, a bass player, bass player, and guitar player. And back then I was not interested in the guitar, I was not interested in the piano, even though I had to play piano. And it was really like I think it was my form of rebellion, and also I could play sports too. That's why if you played a horn instrument, you couldn't play sports. So
I wonder why.
I think it's the band, like, because think about it, you don't hear a symphony during all the football games. You know what I mean? I don't know the method to my thinking back then, but do you know what I mean? Like, it was like but on a reality note, music is an escape. And I tell part of my story too, that I think a lot of music saved my life, because there's a lot of, a lot of stuff. I'm pretty open about my sobriety, but I've been sober for 8.5 years. And part of my whole story is that, music probably kept me alive at a lot of the times. And then of course I became a professional musician and toured, and I was worse, of course. And then music almost killed me. You know what I mean? So I learned, now in life, I've learned how to rebalance and have a relationship with music that's healthy.
No, I think that's awesome. Would you like to play us something on the fiddle?
Sure. Would I like to, or would you like me to?
We would like you to.
We'd love you to.
And if you wanted to be,
That's crazy. How many strings are on a fiddle? 4 or 6?
4.
4, okay. 4 strings on the fiddle, and that's it.
That's so crazy.
It's crazy how you can make all that beautiful sound with 4 strings.
I know, and then that's the difference between that.
You look so proper doing it.
You know what I think that's very well said. Okay. Oak Ridge Boys, my first tour, Oak Ridge Boys backstage. I gotten done playing, and I opened for them. And then I was backstage, and William Golden stands next to me, and he goes, chewing his gum. He goes, "Hey, you one of them classically trained girls, ain't you?" And I was like, "Why?" He goes, so I'm a classically trained fiddle player turned fiddler. Wait, classically trained violinist turned fiddler.
I think that's awesome. So is that when you travel with the full band, Rachel?
Yeah. Well, I did. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a couple years I went on a total acoustic thing to, I was just trying something different. I didn't like it. I'm really a band girl. Wow. And, another part of my story too is, I hope I'm not telling you too much, but when I got sober, a lot had to change. And so I started playing with a lot of different people and, stuff like that. And, kind of reinventing some of the way I dealt with musicians, because my band from LA didn't want to move to Texas. So as a new Texas girl for a couple of years when I first met you guys. It was kind of like I was kind of reinventing how I did band structures, because I was always in a band, always in a band. And I think a lot of times in the beginning, I was just kind of protecting myself with, I didn't really know how to be around alcohol. I didn't really how to know. I was just redoing my life. So, my friends drink, stuff like that. But for me, it was just a dangerous territory. So I think for a little bit, I took a break to, I wasn't like, hey, I'm going to take a break. I was, you know what I mean? In hindsight, 2020, I was protecting a little bit of a new way to do the band thing, if you will. So now it's totally different. It's all pro, and all my guys are professional, and I can call on, you've met Marco, both of you have.
Yeah.
Marco's still with me all these years. And he's actually been sober for 30 years. Yeah. But it doesn't mean we have to be. I always want to clarify with people. People find out I don't drink, and then they start freaking out. They freak out a little bit or whatever. I'm like, no, you drink, I drive. You drink, I drive. I'm the best designated driver ever.
Yeah, people think because you don't drink that you won't be any fun to be around.
Oh, I'm crazy without it. I was just nutso with it. So yeah, it's been quite a journey. And then the funny thing is, when COVID hit, I was really, really grateful that just, a lot had changed, because man, a lot of depression, a lot of things were happening with people around me. I'm sure you guys dealt with it too. We weren't allowed to go anywhere, and that's tough on people like us.
So Rachel, I have some people asking where you're from. So are you originally from LA?
No, I'm an Okie.
Oh,
From where in Oklahoma?
Piedmont, Oklahoma.
Where's that?
Exactly. Oklahoma City, northwest Oklahoma City. Basically, go into the city, go west about
the city.
Oklahoma City, right in the city. Yeah, we're going city. 5 miles up. Yukon. We're like Yukon.
Okay.
It goes Oklahoma City, Yukon, Piedmont, Shawnee. I'm not Shawnee.
Cheyenne.
No. Okarche, Enid. Those are all in that side. And then it's just small town.
Well, my kinfolks on my dad's side of the family's all from Oklahoma, so we go there once a year, just to kind of reminisce. We were there 5 or 6 years ago, and my cousin is like my sister, and so it was me and my brother and my cousin and a few people, and we're in Elk City, Oklahoma. The booming metropolis of Elk City. We're walking down the main drag, and this guy was driving a pickup real slow. And my brother said, "Hey, that guy in that pickup's looking over at you." And I said, keep walking. And then we got up to the stop sign, and he yelled out, "Hey, Rick, you fixing to open a Strokers up here in Elk City?" And I yelled out, "Hell no."
Hey, you're famous.
There's just not very many people up there,
I know, right? You're like, how do you know me?
Yeah, it's Elk City, and all those little Oklahoma towns are awesome, but there's just not much going on up there.
Where's your little dirt?
Oh, it's back there. I got some red dirt. I keep in my office.
So we were going, I can't remember where we were going. I think Sturgis, and we had our big trailer that's all Rick Fairless out, and we were at a gas station, and some guy walks out and he said, "You with them Fairless loggers?" It's like, what?
What?
It's like, yeah, and we got some logs in our motorcycle trailer, and I think, the Fairless loggers.
Oh, they're Arkansas. That's Arkansas.
Maybe we were in Arkansas. You with them Fairless loggers?
That's pretty sad. We all went, about Arkansas. Sorry, people. Hey, I'll tell you this. Oh, you just said it perfect. So I grew up in Oklahoma and had the opportunity to move to California. And I had done everything you could do in Oklahoma in celebrity land, okay? Rock band. I was in a pretty big band there. I was the co-host of a show called Team Behind the Team with Matt Clark. Okies would remember it. OSU player. I was with the you know, the CBA, the cheerleaders that we had for the Continental Basketball Association, because we didn't have the NBA. So I'd done everything you could do. So I was like, do you want to move to California, go to school out there? Just my mom, my family. And I was like, yeah, literally picked up and left with them because there was just nothing. I'd done everything that you could do. And then, you know, I was going to school for theater arts and music and dance. I've danced my whole life. So I move out there, and then so I go to school, I go to college, and then I start my music career in Los Angeles. And within the first 2 years, that's when I got my deal, because I was driving into LA from Irvine in college. And I was driving in and doing shows at Slim's from Stray Cats, his place called the Cat Club. And so when I started that journey, the funny thing is, like, I get a deal and they're like, we need you to move back home near your thing. So you're available for the radio stations and stuff like that in your band, because you're going to be regional at the time. And I was like, I'm not moving to Oklahoma. I absolutely refuse to move to Oklahoma. So I moved to Texas.
Good choice.
Exactly. Good choice. This was the city for us. We came to Dallas, Texas, and we thought it was just so big. Mama went shopping in Dallas. You know, it was a big deal.
Mama and them.
Mom and them.
Yeah, Mama and them.
Mom and them brought over the 6-point beer because we only did 3.2.
Yeah. So do you have any kin folks here in Dallas?
I have an aunt that my aunt and uncle live in Richardson, and that's it. That's pretty much it. My whole thing. Oh, my mama is in Oklahoma. She's in Piedmont still, and then the rest of the family's out in Illinois. So they're all over, pretty much all over the map.
Right.
No one really here though, except you guys.
We would love to hear you sing something else.
Okay. Oh gosh, what do you want to hear?
Make it good. Make it good. Ventura Highway.
Thanks, Lena.
I just discovered that song.
Yeah.
After all these years, she's discovered Ventura Highway.
Yeah. I was like, I discovered a new song. You'll have to listen to it. And I sing a little bit. And he goes, seriously? You've probably heard that song about 200 million times. And I thought.
Hey, so you can appreciate this because of strokers. But when people go to Sturgis or Daytona, what is the most played song? I want to know what you guys say. What is the song you hear every other 10 songs?
Well, and it's the song I can't stand to hear anymore. Get your motor running. Head out on the high.
One more.
Freebird.
Nope.
A biker song, you mean?
Get on your bikes and ride.
Sweet Home Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that song.
I'll do Freebird for that. I don't do that song, but it was like, I'm not kidding. We played the throttle. You guys can look up the video. It's me, Jesse James Dupree, Shooter Jennings, Kentucky Headhunters, and it just put Jesse James The Party. And that's, my band had just got done playing, and then Jesse came up and shot his video. And it was really funny because that's the night that, where was I going with this? I just spaced out. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, Jesse. Oh, yeah, Jess. And so they literally, okay, before we go on stage, Sweet Home Alabama comes on. Then as we're taking a break to let them load in to shoot the video, Sweet Home Alabama comes on. And then right before we're shooting Sweet Home Alabama, somebody comes in the backstage with that song. I literally was like, I'm done. I love them, but I don't want to hear it.
So you just love Jesse James Dupree?
Yeah, he's a good friend. I've been working for him and Mike Ballard for many, many years, and really grateful when Jesse calls me to do anything for Harley Davidson and the Throttle or any of the guys out there. I worked for the Ballards before their show, their TV show, and Vicky, his sister, which they recently lost and stuff like that. I thank them because the whole story behind that is my dad died. I was out on the road. My dad was a big biker. We went to Deadwood, Deadwood. And so you guys have been to Deadwood. Duh. Go to Deadwood. I'm playing Number 10 Saloon, and I was there for 2 weeks. And this is, we played every night, and we had a house in there and stuff like that. We were like, hey, let's go into Sturgis, the band and I. And let's go into Sturgis, see what it looks like. And for any of you who don't know Sturgis, without the rally there, it is a ghost town. It is a complete ghost town almost. Well, I mean, it's kind of open. You know what I mean? So we go in. You're going to love this. we walk into the Knuckle Saloon, which is still part of my life. Walk into the Knuckle Saloon. Every owner of the rally from every venue is sitting in a round table. And I walk in, they go, that's that girl we saw at number 10 Saloon, and part of the Ballards. And then that's how my job started out there. Because they just happened to be at the number 10 that night. And then the whole staff, I was like, if that wasn't fate of my dad, like my dad was with me. Like he just died I think 2 months before. And so they booked us for the rally that year. And then, so my dad, the Harley guy, I don't know if you can't see in I've got Harley, all his Harley gear still from losing him. I can't wear it, it's too big, but you know what I mean? So your bike, all barks, not just Harley, but bikes in general. Every time I'm at Strokers, I developed love for you two anyway. And you guys are part of my heart. But when it was like, you walk in there, I always have a sense of like my dad's with me. Because, Rick's got that tie-dye shirt on, and my dad walking around with that tie-dye shirt on. It says, I look good for 70. So, and he hung out with all the biker guys. So, Lena, you're very, very lucky. I love you. She loves her dad. Of course, my dad would have never, he'd been like, what do I say? What do I say?
From Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, all right. So, what do you want a new one or one of mine on radio? What do you want?
Let's hear one of your songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do you want to? All right. I'm gonna do one of my brand new ones called "Beautiful," and here you go. And the story behind it is, well, as a songwriter, I love Sam Cooke. And I love Freddie King and all those people. I'm talking about in the bluesy side, and I've got my other songwriter influences. But this in the story, I had a girlfriend, Lena. You get this. I sent a picture of one of my friends to her of herself like 7 years ago, and I said, "Oh my God, look!" And she goes, "Oh my God, you look terrible." And I said, "I don't see what you see. I see beautiful." And it just came out, and I go, "Oh my God, that's a song." So now I've done the song, and it's requested all the time. So I'm going to do this for you guys, okay? And the whole song isn't about her. It's about, like, if you're with somebody and you're cutting yourself down all the time, you're kind of cutting that person down. And so this is from their perspective, okay? Okay. Every time you cut yourself down, you know it makes me feel like a clown. Every time you say those words to yourself, it's like I'm watching your own personal hell. Don't you worry, I'm not going nowhere. I just need you to know how much I care. And take what we can from the message I say. Remember, I'm the one who's always in your way. I don't see what you see, I see beautiful. Beautiful is what you are to me. I don't see what you see, I see beautiful. That's the way it's always gonna be. There's a highway, you're moving so fast. So down, baby, let me take a pass. To the exit, just to rest my mind. So down, have a good time. There's no negative thing going on. I just need to hear how much I long for you to know how I feel about you. It's just what I do. Beautiful is what you are to me. I don't see what you see, I see beautiful. That's the way it's always gonna be. There's no lessons to be learned. There's no magic to be heard. Just take this as something I'm trying to say. How much I love you. I don't see what you see, I see beautiful. Beautiful is what you are to me. I don't see what you see, I see beautiful. That's the way it's always gonna be. I don't see what you see, I see beautiful. That's the way it's always gonna be. I don't see what you see, I see beautiful.
That's very. So, do you? And I've always wondered this: do people of your stature? Do you have to learn to sing, or is it just natural? I mean, obviously, you learn to play the instrument.
She's like, "What are you talking about?"
But do you have to learn to sing?
Okay, so
I mean, when you're,
I think some people. I let me tell you this. I coach girls. I coach some singers, and I was coached, and I took voice lessons, and my voice just seems to progress over and over. Now, someone with my rasp, that's natural. That just happens. It's just natural. Right. What happened to me is I was told that my rasp was not allowed, and because I was in musical theater and opera performance in college, so they sent me to ENTs. They sent me to doctors. To find out what was going on with my false folds, and so I had a complex. I was in opera training, and I was like, you know, and I have that rasp, and they're like, and I'll never forget my voice teacher sitting back and going, she had a pencil, and I had a pencil in my mouth. It's another story. I was doing this with some vocal lessons, and I was going and she goes, she literally has her little pencil. She's like this. I'm convinced you're gonna be a famous country singer, and I was 19. I was like, what? And so I was in a band, but I wasn't trying to be something, is my point to you guys. I love to sing. So when I coach these girls, you can always hear where they can get better and better and better. So I feel like the voice, it's a muscle. But there are people who can't sing that take lessons. Poor Rick.
I'm used to it.
But there are people who think I can't sing. I mean, I think it's all in your ear. You know, there's people who are like, she's too loud, or she's too raspy, and they don't know the muscle structure behind all that to get it out. And it's still work. There's times that I'm tired, so my rasp is heavier. When I drank whiskey, it was really heavy. So it's like, it just depends. I don't know. I do think there's just people who are misdiagnosed, but and I could be too. Do you know what I mean? So in answer long to your short question, I think you can learn to sing. It just depends on who you are and how your muscle structure starts to release it. Does that make sense? I think anyone can. I've just done it a long time, Rick. I've been on stage singing since I was 3 years old. Yeah. And my very first song to ever sing was, wait, hold on. I'm a little deep, but short and stout, or whatever. And then,
here is my handle. Here is my
when I get, and it was like an old classic then. So it was like, and then and then it got more and more when the professional side, I remember getting into college just by singing, and my first voice lesson, like a real one, not one, I had little coaching sessions and stuff, but my first real lesson, I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. This is hard. This is really hard.
Right.
And then went, you're doing all these voice lessons. It's a muscle. So just like sports, I have to vocalize. When I play my instrument more, I'm better. My fingering's better. And when I sing more, I can get in really bad habits, and then I have to be coached. And I have a vocal producer. Usually it's your producer. You're behind the microphone. So I'm pointing up. So I'm in my studio. If I'm behind the microphone, the producer can come over and go, not sure what you're doing in this line here. Can we revisit it with some more air? Maybe push it down a little further. And that's a benefit in the studio. If I'm singing on your record and this producer doesn't know me, he can come in and go, hey, can you try it a different way? So I encourage everybody to take some kind of music or voice lessons to say you did it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Man, Pearl sings from the minute she opens her eyes to the minute she closes her eyes. She sings
la, 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 all day long.
Well, all day long, but she'll say, we're in the office with Grandpa and there's no trouble with Dr. Pepper, and she'll just all day.
So here's the thing. I would encourage her. You are. I'm just saying. So if you notice a child is singing a lot, maybe, get them into some kind of performance. Because as I was going to tell you, even though I was a performer from very on, I was again, with family and stuff. My mom had me in pageants, and I was singing and dancing all the time. And I was recitals and stuff like that, right? With the crazy childhood behind the scenes. So luckily I had that outlet. Not everybody has that outlet. And so, but when I hit, all right, sorry, I'm going to say a word, puberty. When I hit puberty, which was like 5 years ago, I'm just kidding. When I hit puberty, I was so afraid of the audience and people. My first show, you guys, I was 13 years old, and so this is the backdrop, and you guys are my audience, and I did this. I was like, the light came up, and I saw people in the audience, and I turned around and sang the whole song like this. So I was so shy. I was like, people don't believe that I was shy, but I had to be coached.
I can't put Pearl in pageants because it would just be unfair. She'd win every single one.
I love you. She would totally win.
That curly hair, man, she's just a shoo-in.
She's beautiful. Well, she looks like her mama.
So what about, before we let you go, you were saying that you sang Me and Bobby McGee, a Janis Joplin song?
Yeah.
Can you sing that?
Oh my God. Sure. What a treat. It's awesome. I feel like I'm giving a private concert. I've been trying to find this and talk to you guys to share it. Sorry, guys. That's why I texted you earlier. I was like, I want to come in live. I didn't want to be late. So maybe I can come in and hang out with you guys. I got to see you. I got to come see you anyway. I have to come see you anyway. We have to update. So I will tell you this real quick. I'm on my end. Because I'm highly encouraging people to go check out Strokers. Not only are they dear people to my life, but when there's certain people just special to you, and you guys are it. And I love watching you too.
You're awesome, and that's why we love to talk to you anytime we can. It's always awesome to see you.
I know. I was like, but what?
Do you live in the Metroplex?
Yeah, I'm in Dallas now.
Perfect. Pearl needs a voice coach.
She's talking to somebody.
Pearl needs a voice coach.
She's talking to somebody.
She's not. She's talking to us.
No.
Yes, she is. Are you talking to us?
I do.
Told you.
I was pointing my studio out.
That goes, she's not talking to you.
I'm outnumbered by silly girls.
Oh, I know. When we're there, I think we laugh all the time. Hey, so I will tell you this. I want to ask you two something. I'm going to interview you.
Great.
So do you two ever argue?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're father and daughter. Yeah, we argue.
Well, we argue. I say yes, sir, and keep doing what I'm doing anyway.
And
I don't like to argue.
That's one of the reasons why she and I work so good together, because, I've got the experience, plus I'm dad. So if I say I want to do something a certain way, say it's something on the front counter or something. I say, I want to do it like this. And I've always told my kids, if you have a better idea, tell me, hey, Dad, what if we did it like this? And then I'll either say, okay, great idea.
No, I don't like that.
Or I don't like that. And if I say I don't like that,
don't argue.
Don't argue with me. Just do it. But I try to be in everything. let them do their thing too. Unless I think it's just destructive. If she wants to do something a certain way up on the front counter, that's her gig. Let her do it.
Wow, because I've always thought about. I was like, you two work really well together, and it's like cool to watch. Because I don't think every father and daughter can do this.
I pretty much am him though. We have the same ideas, kind of the same views. So right. I pretty much do stuff how he's going to do it, and I'm conditioned enough where I know what he likes and what he's not going to like.
Which is the respect that you have for him, which is absolutely beautiful. Because it's like when I've actually just being around you guys on and off for years. It's like I've always wanted to know what it's like to work with your dad. Because I worked for my dad in high school, and I was like, if he looks over my shoulder, I was in high school. I was like, why are you watching me? I'm at the cash register. I mean, I was just because he owned a propane and little convenience store, and I was like over my thing, and I'm thinking, you guys work so well together. Right. Well, I think the world of you too, and I love that you had me on. And
no, you're awesome. Now tell our audience how they can find you on Facebook.
Facebook
on there too, I think.
Yeah, right. Oh, you're good. You're awesome. Somebody's back there doing the job. Is that
Boy, Steve does his job. That's for sure.
He's doing good. Yeah, and all my stuff good. Yeah, he's got it. Spotify, iTunes, iHeart. You got all that. And then my Twitter is the only thing different with my Twitter's the Rachel Stacy. And then I want to close with this. I want to encourage you guys, and this is new. The Country Network, I just signed a deal with them as one of their talk show hosts, and I'll be doing my music, and I'll be bringing off some pretty big celebrities. And so the Country Network is an app, but it's through Roku. It used to be on cable and stuff like that, but it's all now to Roku. You've probably seen it. And it's pretty exciting stuff. And everybody that's I've been doing this for a long time, that I get to be part of that network family that we're going to bring music together. And really with the pandemic going on, why not? Let's just get more people here, what you guys are doing. And that maybe I can get you guys involved.
So say, don't forget the little people.
No, it's not little. You're just as much involved. So, okay, you want me to close with Bobby?
Please.
And all I ask you to do is just stream my music. YouTube is my other one too. I'm trying to get everyone over to streaming my YouTube because they're getting ready to go really video based. Everything is.
So what does streaming the music mean? Just play it.
On YouTube, you can go into my videos and just hit play, and they'll just keep playing. And then my music, my albums are on there too. And then of course I have a new video coming out, all that stuff. But I'm encouraging everyone to go to YouTube. Everyone should go to all of our YouTubes. Do you guys have YouTube? Okay, good. Yeah. I'm encouraging everyone, go subscribe to our pages. Everyone watching, go subscribe to our pages right now, because everything's so video based nowadays. But the music can stream from there, and I might make a penny per stream, but hey, at least I made a penny. You know what I mean?
My kids love YouTube. There's some kid they watch that makes $30 million a year off of these toy videos. YouTube's where it's at.
Or they do the real quick the video games where people are just playing. They're just watching them and they're making millions.
Yep.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm just doing music. So anyway, I love you guys, and this is Bobby McGee.
Love you, buddy.
Well, Chef, I'm in Baton Rouge, waiting for a train. The stealing nearly faded as my jeans. Bobby's down to Dixon Town just before it rained, and rode us all the way to New Orleans. I pulled my hop on, put on my dirty red bandana. I was playing songs while Bobby sang the blues. Please should I bear slipping down my Bobby's hand in mine. We sang every song that driving you. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to do. Nothing, nothing hard if it ain't free. Feeling good was easy, and Bobby sang the blues. Is feeling good was good enough for me. Things are getting serious. I gotta set up. Good enough for me, my Bobby McGee. There goes that train. I'm going higher.
She's good.
From the Kentucky coal mines to the California sun, Bobby said the secrets to my soul. Hit the rock arms weather, everything we done. You Bobby, baby, kept me from the cold world. When a song when it's seen us over, I live to play. He's looking for that home, and I'll be finding it. I did all of my tomorrows for one single yesterday. Me holding in Bobby's body next to mine. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing. It's all that Bobby left me here. Feeling good was his singing along and Bobby sang the blues.
She's talented.
His feeling good was good enough for me.
Watch this. I'm throwing her.
Good enough for me, Bobby. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Not even there yet. La da 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 da. La da da Bobby McGee. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. It's my age, my age. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. And Bobby.
Jeez. Okay, so I got
He goes, hey Bigun, watch this. I'm gonna give her a curveball.
I got a curveball for you.
Okay.
Let's see you do one verse of that song in your Oklahoma Red Dirt voice.
I thought you were gonna say your opera voice.
Your Oklahoma Red Dirt voice.
Oh my God.
The voice that Mama and Pop gave you. Let's hear that. Just because I know you can.
Bushy flat and Baton Rouge, waiting for a train, and this feeling nearly faded as my jeans.
I love it.
They come out of I forgot the words. Hold on. Yes, I call it. Wait. Hold on. Yes, I call them 11. Call them 5. Call it.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Your opera voice.
Bushy flies and Baton Rouge, waiting for a train.
It's crazy that you have such. It's crazy that you have such a range of vocals.
That's it's funny. When you said the opera thing, I'll never forget. No one can picture when I was in opera. Yeah.
Oh.
I can't even do it anymore. La 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 la. You can get all the way to the top, and I'm like, but people behind the scenes that know me know that's what I'm doing back behind the scenes.
So Danny Wilson says, see if she'll play at Strokers. She already has, and she will again.
Yeah, we need to get you out. You know Mary Jo? Have you met Mary Jo? Mary Jo Mixon. Mary Jo Mixon is my booking agent, and I'm going to have her reach out to you. She's really good because we're going to put on the anniversary party, and I'm kind of waiting until, I mean, this COVID deal ain't over. You know, so I don't really want to bring in, you know, when we have a deal, you've seen it where we get several thousand people in a big crowd. And it's not ready for that. It's not ready for that yet.
Or you can put the circles on the ground like they are in the parks in New York.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm hoping by October that the world will be, you know, kind of back to normal, at least a little bit.
I agree. And I'll tell you this, you do have that venue that people love to come stand around and be part of. It's just such a great place. And like, I did think about you guys when this started happening. I was like, oh my God, that is like also a touristy place, you know, and then nobody can go anywhere. And again, I thought being in this together, I think we'll come out swinging once it starts.
I think so. But we really appreciate you coming on the show today. You're awesome. We love you, and we can't get enough of you.
I love you both so much.
All right, Rachel, we'll be in touch with you.
All right, you guys, thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
She's so good.
Oh, my God, she's awesome. I mean, it's just that whole range. And the voice when she's singing in her Oklahoma voice.
It was beautiful also.
It was beautiful. It's beautiful. And the only reason I asked her to do that is because I knew she could. I knew she could do it, and she did. Okay, so you got anything else?
Boy, that's like a whole billboard.
Gas Monkey.
Look, you can see it right. They're a sponsor of the show. Just kidding.
Well, the Gas Monkey, I had a Coors Light cooler there for years, and it finally gave loose on me. So I wonder
why.
I had a Gas Monkey energy drink cooler, so I used that to keep my Dr. Peppers and my water in. Anyway, that was an awesome show.
That was.
We love you, Rachel, and we're going to get you out here, and we're planning a big deal probably in October for the anniversary party, and Rachel will be here, and I promise you, check her out online. Stream, I learned a new word today. Stream her YouTube. She is awesome. She is absolutely awesome. All right, Rick Fairless, Strokers Dallas merch.
MERCH.com.
And a lot of y'all are buying stuff from us. We have a new order of the Mike's Pro lids in. Why are we shooing?
Oh, they come in tomorrow.
They come in tomorrow. Okay. New order of Mike's Pro lids. And
speaking of that, thank you, Brett Anderson. You dropped the T and add an S. Anderson. BRETANDURS. Drop a T, add an S.
Okay.
He was the guy that took a picture of you and Arlen. He rode behind John Arlen's deal.
Oh, he did?
Mm-hmm. I shipped him a helmet this run. It's on the way, and I got your special request via text. Your helmet went out before I got that message, so I'm going to mail you something extra. Okay, so, so what's today? Thursday? Mm-hmm. So tomorrow, who knows what we'll do tomorrow. Think of some stuff to do. You're working tomorrow, right? Mm-hmm. You're working all day? Mm-hmm. Who's watching the kids? Mammy. 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 Mammy Schmammy. Mammy. It's your boy Sammy from Alabama. We love Rachel Stacy, and y'all will too. We love you for watching our show. This one's been about an hour long, which my wife says is way too long. I got to go get my kids literally in 1 minute. I got to leave. Okay. See you tomorrow. Love you. Bye. Bessler. I think Ducky turns it off. Yep.